Hello everyone, my name is Karine. I had a dream in very early April. A dream that, I hate to say it like that, but I gotta say it like I saw it. That the Trump person had set up ambushes and traps all over the country. And they manifested in a dream in the form of um, these instruments people use to cut people's heads off. What you call those, machetes and stuff? Yeah. He had in the dream, okay, this is how I came across in the dream, that he had hidden these things everywhere for a subsequent attack on the people of America, right, by people who lived in America but they were not Americans. And basically in the dream he had hidden all these machetes everywhere, and I'm sure they're not going to be just machetes, and there'll be other things, but that's how God chose to show it to me. And on a moment's notice, all the people were forewarned, not the American people, but the people who were living in America but were not American. They knew where to go to get the weapons to do a slaughter on the American people. It's very sad, but the Lord told me to share my dreams. I have to listen to him. And it's very sad. I wish everybody would get saved so nobody has to be killed like that, but yeah, it's very sad. So basically, the gist of the dream was that I went in a dream. I went around because I don't like slaughter and I don't like violence and I don't like when people get murdered. So in a dream, I I purposed to hide these things and put them down so they couldn't find them, right? But as I turned around in the dream, and again, they were there again, right? So basically, it's a spiritual war. You can tell, there's forces at work. There's nothing you can do about it, right? So, but as long as we're here, we keep the lawlessness somewhat down by our very presence. Basically, that's our job as Christians, as born again believers of God. But yeah, I was trying to push back on the tide of evil, and um, because I didn't want people to get hurt, and but every time I turn around, those things will reappear again, right? And by the end of the dream, there was an attack, and I was trying to get away. I don't know if it means we're going to be here for parts of it. I do not know. Obviously, I'm not God. Only He knows the future. But as I was leaving, I was hacked by one of those machetes. Right, I was hacked and um, by a person who spoke Russian, which is very odd. Now I speak Russian too, so that's why I know he was speaking Russian. But yeah, he hacked me because I tried to get away on my fast motorcycle, and he hacked me from the back, the left hand side of my back, and he hit me so hard that my lungs were showing on the left hand side. So anyway, I'm not saying we're going to be here for any of this, but you don't know, right? So basically, I hate to have to be the one to announce this, and I'm sure others know it too. But Trump has set us up for slaughter, people. If you are a Trumper, I used to be one. I used to be completely taken by him, meaning not taken physically. I mean, I used to be on his side, thinking he was who he said he was. I no longer think that way now because I've seen the facts. Facts is this man is evil. There's nothing else that can be said about him. He's no more or no less evil than all the others that have come before him. He is not on God's side, and he is fighting for his own self and for the side of evil. It's very plain to see. And if you don't think so, well, then I hope God helps you realize the truth. But you're deluded if you don't think so. But anyway, I'm just telling you what God showed me in a dream. There's nothing I can do about it. God tells me to share these dreams, and I have to. So he set us up for slaughter. He set us up for failure, like all the others that have gone before him. Okay? They don't work for Jesus. They work for Lucifer and for themselves. All of them. Left, right, don't make no difference. They're all the same. They build their own empires and they walk all over people. Okay, I used to not know that, but now I do know that. And I cannot ignore the facts anymore. Plus, all the things that God has been showing me, I cannot ignore that. That's not possible. God knows all. We do not. Whatever He shows to me, I believe. Because He cannot lie. Okay, so anyways, at the end of the dream, it was kind of silly. I looked at Trump at the end of the dream and I said this, you remember what Jesus said. I have no idea why I said that. He smiled like a sideways smirk and then the dream ended. So weird. But yeah, because as long as I'm here, I'm going to say about God, okay? As long as I'm here, I'm going to stand up for God's truth and I'm going to stand up for true justice, not what they call justice, which is fake justice, what they call justice. All right. But I'm going to stand for Jesus up until I go, even if I got to get hacked at it. Who cares? You know? But I just got to say, I can't shut up about Jesus. So, all right? So beware. Quit worshiping this man if you are worshiping him. There's many ways people worship others. Yeah. And none of them are good. So, love you guys. If you are not saved, believe in Jesus today for eternal life. So you don't have to be here when all this comes into play and begins to manifest. Goodbye.